Now, sometimes we have to have the uncomfortable, tough conversations, not because we want to, but because we have to. Now, the biggest question around Nairobi these last couple of days has been what really happened at NaiFest. What really happened? Now, right about now, we're about to sit with the organizer of the event, Bridget Achieng, who will break it down to us, and we'll get to understand, were they really ready for this event? Yes? No? Maybe? Let's get this thing started. My name is Violet Angina, and this, of course, is Jalango TV Extra. Welcome to the show again, Bridget.
Thank you. So they say, much is given.
Much more is expected.
Much more is expected.
We meet again. We were together just the other day, and I'm going to begin by asking you, are you okay?
Yeah, to be honest, I am. It's just, of course, it's a shake. It's something that has never happened. A lot of things happen in NaiFest too that I didn't anticipate for. Yeah. And, but what can I say? Like I said earlier, much is given.
Much is expected.
Much is expected, and you have to I have to stand strong. As a woman, I always am, so, yeah.
All right. Your name has been all over this last couple of days. I'm so happy to see that you're still standing and strong. You must be a strong woman, aren't you?
Yeah, life goes on, man. You solve it and you move.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, in this conversation, we're going to get candid, honest, and to the root of the matter, and also just get to understand what really happened, because that is what people want to know. But first, we're going to start at the root of the matter, at the very top. Bridget, what is your experience with events management and events organizing? Because, there's this tendency in Nairobi, there are people who have money, access to artists, and then, whoa, they bring artists and decide to have a concert, without really going through the proper steps of being an event planner.
True.
There's always that thing of, if you really have money, you could choose to be an investor and have real event organizers organize the event.
For you.
So for you, do you have the experience of events, or did you realize, you know what, I think I can do this, let's try?
To be honest, with events, it's just like planning. It's like planning a wedding, being a wedding planner, an event organizer. It's never the same for every event. Anybody who's done events will agree with me, it's never the same. You get a couple that is like this, you get this event. Like NaiFest 1, it was raining, but it was successful. I had a crowd of 10,000. This time I had a crowd that was a bit lower than that because, of course, COVID and people were scared to come and blah, blah, blah. Though I expected a smaller crowd, but I think because it was the first big concert after COVID, so everyone, boom, came out. I didn't expect that crowd that came, and the security had put in, everything that I put in, and also realized, and I'm going to be very candid and honest, because that's even where my mother is sleeping today. That's what she would want me to do, because right about now, people are coming to me, and not even just people, my enemies. People who love me are not doing this to me. It's people who don't love me, who are seeing me doing big things that I can never do. And I'm going to be very honest on my mom's life, because I loved her so much. And I know how it felt when my mom died. And I know even the family that kid who's the kid who's dead. I know how the family is feeling right now, because I've been there. I've lost a loved one not so long ago, like a year ago. So it's very fresh in my memories. And I don't think I'll ever forget that. So thing is, it doesn't have to. You ask me a question, how do I have experience? Do you realize I did NaiFest 1, this is NaiFest 2. Did you hear anything? Nope, this is NaiFest 2. And I brought Joe Boy, and it ended well, and everything ended well. So the question should be, why this?
Because we're going to get to that. We're just starting at the root of the matter. So we wanted to make sure you trust your skill as an event organizer.
I do trust my skill as an event organizer. Anybody who knows me, I do big parties. My birthdays are one of the biggest birthdays in Kenya. Anybody who knows me well would know that, unless somebody hanijui atatoka tu kwa seme. My son's birthday was also another biggest. Like I'm very good at kupanga vitu. Like that is me. That is part of me. So for me to do event is like I'd already had a step of faith in handling things. People have been trolling me online, and they've never even done a goat eating. They've never even handled a crowd of 1,000 people to know how it is to handle 1,000 people in a ground, or even family members, or even have like just a mini 10 people in the house without them quarreling for a minute. It's not easy.
Now for Festival 1, you had about 10,000 people. It's such a big number. almost unheard of in events in Kenya, because most of the time we'd get the usual 4,000, 3,500. 10,000 was a big number for you. Good job. Now, for this second event, how many people did you get?
To be honest, I will not give you the accurate number, but it was more than we expected.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, because we were in the middle of a pandemic, and of course you were working hard to make sure that people were safe.
Yeah.
Now, you understand the bigger percentage of the people who were at this event are the young people, right? They're living with their folks.
Yeah.
We're trying to make sure that they don't put their family members at risk of COVID, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you managed to achieve following all the precautions put in place for COVID-19?
On God, I did, because Mater Hospital was there, and they were taking tests of people who were coming in right from the gate. As long as you're coming to NaiFest, there was that. And we also had extra masks for the NaiFest in case people didn't have masks. And something that had never been done in any event in Kenya, I was selling cups. You have to go in with your cup. You have to take care of your tumbler until the end of the event. If you lose it, hauna tumbler tena. So there will be no sharing.
All right.
Ile ya ebu onja yangu, mini onja yako, there was nothing like that. Everybody was buying their tumbler. We didn't care if you're a CEO or whoever. You had to buy a tumbler at the gate.
All right.
It was also, because you see, it can also be spread by, you know, just as much as everyone is wearing masks, it's just simple transmission would be so easy. So we decided, okay, why not sell masks? And you know, I mean, sell masks. Actually, mask literally I was giving them for free.
Okay.
I was just selling the tumblers.
Okay. So there are a couple of personalities who've come out speaking on the fact that they really don't understand why promoters are out here trying to do events, especially in a season like now.
I've seen.
So would you recommend another person to try, giving them the bet that, trust me, if you follow the precautions, all of you will be safe? Are you willing to give someone that advice?
For sure, yeah. But what I'm going to tell people, like, just have like security backup, like have crowd control, like security backup, just walk to somewhere in case the crowd comes, because everybody missed the life of the party. And what I did was, I was the first one to do this after the life of the party. You realize the first event I was there was Kikwetu, and clearly they didn't have a big crowd, and plus people were coming with their cars.
Yes.
This was a bit different. This was the first concert after like a whole year.
Yeah.
And you also realize this same event, I'm not saying watu wakubaliane na mimi, lakini you'll also realize this is also the event that at the end of the day, waizi walikuwa na njaa. They were willing to go out of their way to do anything. Even the police themselves were tired. Like, we didn't know what to do. We were just like, time inaisha sangapi tutoe watu grao.
All right.
I went through a lot that some of the people talking online would not be able to stand even one thing that I stood as a woman. Right. Anybody who was at that event, even at the VIP, wherever, they saw me how I was running around. I was at the event from afternoon till the time it ended. I was so busy because I had to go and help.
Okay.
I got a line at 1. The line was so long. I had to go and nasa niwambie, as long as you have a ticket to ingia. Because time is running also and we don't have time.
Okay.
And we have to close by the time the curfew.
And do you think doing that now made it possible for people who were coming there with ulterior motive to come into
now
the
this is
event?
what I'm going to tell you. Anybody with an ulterior motive, hata angekualisha ingia saa mbili. Ask me why. The moment you know you have hidden agenda, hautaka kama a suspect. Because hata kuna video, it was trending, somebody stealing, and you see that person dressed is looking better than the person who actually even, you know. And on behalf of my team, it doesn't matter when you organize mgani. What I did, I'm sure 10,000 of them would never. Considering like I'm one of the people with an event where I get bigger crowds. People have done events over the years. I don't want to mention names, but these events zote, watu huibiwa. This was just extra because it was a first one. Waizi walikuwa na njaa. I'm not sitetei mtu or anything. People come outside their house, they have their motives. I can do what I can do, but there are things I cannot be able to do. People die in rallies. Nobody talks about that. Nobody. It just but because it's Bridget Achieng and my name is so simple on people's mouth, my name will be said. I did not cause any death. Somebody died, and not at my event. Do you realize? And I will show on a video. I took the kid. Apparently, people came out there that they do know from the day the event ended. I've been at the police DCI from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We were looking for their family, and when their family was found, they were throwing blames at me because they didn't have anyone to throw blames at. So many stories are out there. Or show us the videos where you took Shanti. Babe, mtoto wenye anakufa. Ni kama upatesekani anadai. Will you care about taking for Bridget a video or you'll care about taking the kid to the hospital? It's just an open question. I took, and actually the car is down here. The car that took, this is the driver who drives me. You've seen Moha. He's the guy who takes me everywhere. He takes me everywhere. Moha, I told Moha, sahi unaona vile time, polisi wanasema tufunge. Wanaambia Bridget kuna msee amelala huko chini na ni kama tukiendelea kumwacha apata die.
The big question and why probably blames were being thrown at you even from the family is because the conversation around is the bouncers of the event.
I'm coming at that.
The kid up.
I'm coming at that. That is, first of all, a lie. We all go to event. We all go to bouncer ukileta ujinga atakusukuma tu. But I don't see how a bouncer atachukua kiboko anze kukupiga. Like, it's just malice. That nothing like that happened. And that is why the case is the DCI. They also mentioned police. Forget about the bouncers. They mentioned also the police. That the police didn't do thing. So you understand, this is a death issue.
Yes.
Nobody can just... I was not there. I was busy handling the event. What I can tell you that I remember was when I was nilikuja nikaambiwa Bridget kuna msee kwa gate. Ni kijana amepigwa. But word is alibia mtu. Word. Do you understand me? I'm saying word is almeiba. And now someone at the DCI was asked, Bridget, you cannot come and tell us aliba.
Because we have no proof.
Right? God bless you. You cannot come and say aliba. You understand? The good thing you did, you are noble, you took him to the hospital. And there's a footage. You know, the things we are talking about. So you
personally took the boy to hospital?
Of course, I was handling artists. Of course, I was handling many. Of course, I was being told to turn off the music. It was already past curfew.
Would you know who took the boy to hospital?
My people. Okay. We've been going to the DCI like, you don't even answer. This case started before these people came up and said their person is at the city mortuary. We knew all that. We were just waiting for the family to come up. But when they came up, they didn't bother to follow the law. It was easy to shoot a stone at NaiFest. I don't know if you understand, than the normal. And now I'm going to tell you something. There's a girl called, something I don't like to do. Anybody who knows me, it's very rare for me to mention names, especially on my social media. I don't do that. I don't give anyone fame. I don't, unless inanihusu sana. Lakini inanihusu kwa sana kwa sababu my lawyer summoned them. And the DCI was summoning them. There's a girl who has been found on Gossip something. Is even my pages too are online.
Blogging pages.
Bloggers. Is it bloggers, Amma? Yeah. And she was saying a lot. But if you hear that conversation, hata wewe kama mtu umeenda shule, the conversation does not make sense. Mara, police.
It was a recording.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how he was dragged by the bouncers of the event and they pulled her down.
Mara, I went to the road and whatnot.
And she touched
and
the
then
pulse.
Again, I went to touch the pulse. If you hear that video, my brother was there. My brother is the one who came and called me. Wakiwa na Moa. Bridget kuna mtu yameanguka huko nyuma tukimwacha. If you know if he dies here, there's a problem. We took that boy to the hospital. The people who were working for me also, they had seen him earlier. This guy was just everywhere. I think ule tu kilewa, unakuwa everywhere. You just saw him with some random guy and sijua alikuwa anavutana. But unajua ni kwa event, you won't bother to, you know, kujua nini inaendelea na huyo Charlie. I didn't even know his name. We took him to the hospital. You know, the first thing is people should need to ask, alifika just mortuary.
So you confirm that it's your team that actually...
That it's my team, and it's on the DCI, it's written. If at least because you guys are on this matter, you guys can go to the DCI in Kabete. Go and check my statements and my people. We've been going there. And as I'm standing here, I've almost spent close to $1,000 on somebody I don't know. Somebody who people told me is a thief. But I still took in my initiative. It's still a life that has to be. If it was my son, hata kama alikuwa ameiba, and I deserve kurescuiwa. He was taken to the hospital.
We totally understand and feel the pain of the family, so we can let the story rest now as the police handle it, because this is a life lost and I can imagine what the family is going through. But Bridget, I'm going to ask you this question. Knowing the target audience that you're expecting for your event, of course, it was the young people. And you know, this is a crowd where they still get excited when they see a lot of alcohol and they don't know how to handle it. It's easy for them to get rowdy. It's easy for them to start fights on ground because these are young people. You know, 21, 22, 23, that's pretty much what they do when they get drunk. One shot, they're gone. So you, as the event organizer and your team of security and bouncers, what were
and police also, because we had police.
And police, even better. What were the disciplinary actions that you were coming up with in case you find these young people fighting or you hear of a theft case somewhere? What was the idea? Because, you know, from the stories they say they were being dragged a lot, the bouncers were beating them up. So I'm wondering, what were the measures that you put in place to handle kids at an event that are getting overexcited with alcohol?
Clearly, there were no kids. Kids are like people who are like under 18.
Okay.
And when people were coming in, first of all, we were checking IDs. I remember very well when I was like 16 years and I really wanted to go to the club, I used to figure out even how I'll steal my auntie's ID. That's something I did. And I'll not start scolding someone. ID, that was one. That's one of the measures we were taking. You were showing us your ID, because if you see our posters very well, we wrote 18 plus. So nobody's going to scold me for that.
Yeah.
I wrote.
Yeah.
2, when mtu alikuwa naiba, we were giving to the police. That's why we had the police there. You realize my event was very legal. I had all the papers. I have all documents. But I'm going to repeat one thing. Just because it was the NaiFest and it's known as Bridget's event, it was so easy for people to throw stones. Watu wakienda hata watch football ya Gor Mahia na hizi hiyo wengine wanaitwa nani au Mulamwa and whatever, I don't know how they are called, FC Leopards or something. People, things happen. You have a right to take care of yourself. Even when you enter a matatu, you have a right to take care of your phone. Kwa sababu ukitoka bila utasui hiyo matatu. Why was it so easy for people to throw stones at me? Because I would not put a concert where I've done a concert before. Why didn't anything happen in NaiFest one? Why this one?
Okay.
So, I understand what happened. I'm really sorry for the family. I really feel so bad about it. I have gone to the DCI. I took myself. They didn't look for me. Because kuna tu una feel, oh my God, umtu yako sawa, is everything okay? Oh my God, amepona. So when we went, we were like, that case, it got here and the kid is actually dead. And the CCTV, it shows very well we got the kid to the hospital. As in before when he accused one in the Melchizedek hospital. Because that's where we took the kid. They asked for the footage. And on the footage, you'll see very well, when the kid got to the hospital, alikuwa amekuwa kwa kiti, ya kusukuma. My brothers were telling me and my workers who took the guy. Alikuwa kwa kiti, alikuwa bado hata anakohoa. But I think with the hospital in Kenya, and you guys would rate this 100%, as long as hauna do, as long as family yenyu iko hapo. So my people, and then it said that we abandoned him. Like there's so many stories, but we didn't abandon the guy. We were rushing to close the event. At least unajua ako kwa mkono poa ya OC. But to realize even now, as a woman, even me when I was going to give birth, I'll give my story. Lazima upatiane deposit. They don't care. You see women dying with kids on their stomach, even Pumwani, anywhere. Hautaanza kuhudumiwa kama hauna hela. People don't care. Me, this is a kid, first of all, I was told like, he was seen earlier fighting with guys. Seen earlier, causing commotion. Seen earlier, doing what he was doing. Of course, I'm a lewa and stuff. Akatolewa mpaka VIP. But he was not beaten, as it's been said.
But at least for now, we can't confirm any of that.
We can't confirm any of that. But I'm just trying to say, it was said. But guess what? After all that was said, I still took the boy to the hospital.
Okay.
I deserve some. I took the boy. Ambulance ilikuwa ishaenda, Juvent ilikuwa imeisha. That's when we saw the boy backstage.
Okay. All right. So, like I said before, with respect to the family, we understand what they're going through right now. We really hope.
And me, even I'm standing with them. I even sent an apology. I've been writing. If you see my last 6 posts, it's just about apology. But you understand, it's not even enough for people. They want me to write it the way they want me to write it. You guys don't even know half of the things. My work that the company I worked for, I sold my cars, sold my properties for this event to hold, is going down the drain just because people feel they can say anything. This is death. Let the DCI do his job. Yeah.
Okay. And now
NaiFest should not be dragged. We don't know, because at some point his friends also, I've been calling, like, babe, I've been also doing my research so that I can give the DCI what I'm hearing out here. They're like, he came, he gave the girlfriend the phones. Now I'm telling you, he gave the girlfriend the phone and it was like his life is in danger. A bodyguard puts his life in danger how? Anamjuaje? Police anamjuaje? Bona yeye kushinda watu wengine. You understand? There's a lot that is just on the street and it's too much, and I wish and people should respect the death, because even that boy that is whatever he is, he would want justice to be done. And I've been standing with these people. And now the worst part of it that I'll have to say on camera is that there's a girl I was with on Nairobi Diaries. I've never wanted to talk about this girl. Oh my God, you know. It's called Black Cinderella. It's the one inciting these kids.
How do you know that?
I have conversation. I have everything on my
So the conversation
phone.
has been sent to you by the people that have been incited
By her.
Oh, really?
Somebody called Pusha. They say Black Cinderella told them they should tag NaiFest. They should tag Bridget Achieng. Because I told them, just know if they find out NaiFest is not liable, I'm going to fucking sue all of you. I don't care. As long as from where it started, because I have all the screenshots. My company is not going down just because some kid came to my event and died, and there is still hidden agenda. Because somebody felt like they can harm him there, and then he say that it's me. I'm even being called a murderer right now. How do you think I'm feeling? I have trauma. I'm not okay. I've been called a murderer. I'm being abused, all sorts of names. What if it's Sekani? They go on Sekani's page, they abuse my baby. I'm going through so much. Of course, I wouldn't want to put a concert and people go there and die. Nobody want to do that.
So what is your beef with Black Cinderella? Why are you so confident that she's the one that is trying to tarnish you?
No, the kids told me. I wouldn't know that if Pusha didn't tell me.
But do you have beef with her?
Trust me. None that I know of.
Oh, none
Maybe
that you
she
know
has beef with me, but I don't.
Even during your days at the program?
No. I left the program when she was just talking about me and the father of my baby and blah, blah, blah. And the girl is just bitter about something, or she's a fan. I don't know.
She's probably watching. What do you want to tell her?
Yeah. What I would just like to tell her, whatever thing she has against me, she should just come straight and talk to me woman to woman.
Okay.
That's just it. There's another girl called It's Maria girl. These are the two people inciting those kids. You realize I wouldn't even think the family would want them to go this way, because there's the law. If I am guilty, if NaiFest is guilty, will be charged. That's for sure.
All right.
Because even me, I did my due diligence.
All right.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the day of the event. You successfully managed to pull this amazing lineup of artists, both locally and internationally. Of course, Reekado Banks all the way from Nigeria. And locally, we had OG, Lamas Par, and Otile Brown, Timmy Tidat, Tanasha Donna. Those are big names. Good job on first taking that step to make sure that the lineup is lit, because that's a lit lineup. But now on the day of the event, Tanasha Donna did an apology that she is not performing. That was the beginning of trouble.
Not the day. Sorry, let me correct you. It was not on the day. It was a day too, and she was actually in Mombasa. So something I don't really like. I really don't really like to do my interviews and I have to mention people. It's just doesn't tickle me well.
So why exactly did Tanasha cancel?
Tanasha cancelled because, and also if you want, I'll give you screenshots, because I'm not going to let anybody put my name in the mud just for their own benefit. Like normally I would let people talk. I don't like talking about so and so on my interviews. I like my interviews to be just about me, my success story, and you know what I'm going through. Of course, my life is not a smooth, you know, slope, but I just like to talk about me, my achievements, my, you know, everything I'm doing, not about who and why and how. And yeah, but since I have to do this because my image is on the line, I'll do it. And that's why I'm taking this interview today, on top of all how tired I am, with the stressful day I've had. Tanasha didn't come to the event because of two things. One was we had a deal like woman to woman. Bridget, I don't know if I should say, but I'll just say it anyway. One, Bridget, I want to go to Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. I want you to help me with a Frima. You know people in Nigeria. True to her word, I know a lot of people. I think I'm even more famous in Nigeria than in Kenya. And I get more respect there than back in my home. But that's what Kenyans do anyway. So she said, okay, Bridget, how do we go about it? And I also want to be on your lineup. The manager was pushing me to put her. To be honest, she was not. I didn't want her on my lineup. But ile tu woman to woman, I'm Toto, me I'm Toto. She's like, literally, we have a few things in common. We're not with the fathers of our baby. So to be honest, as I'm sitting on this sitting, I respect Tanasha. If I show you the conversation, Tanasha was giving me, I think all our fans are just gonna go, like they're gonna hate her. But I'm not gonna do that. There's more. I want people to know her for who she really is. Karibu hata nimwambie, maybe this is why Diamond is not with you, but it's not. Ijafika hapo, so
isn't that a
it's
low
that
blow?
bad.
Isn't that a low blow? If you respect her like
no,
you
no,
said,
no, no, no,
do you
no.
believe?
I'm not saying, like I'm saying, that's how I felt at that particular time. Okay. But I sat and I was like, you know what, Bridget, it's not worth it. You may disagree kwa kitu, because we know we didn't have a contract. Tulisaini ile ya mdomo. We didn't have a contract. Like, okay, oh, you take me to Nigeria, I do a show in your event. Okay, fine. So I'm like, okay, you know, we can't do.
So you was to take her to Nigeria?
I was to take her to Nigeria. I was to pay her flight.
Pay her flight as well?
Yeah. I was to pay her flight. Now in return, in return, she was to do a show at NaiFest.
Oh, so instead of you paying her at NaiFest, you was going to pay for her flight to go to Nigeria and connect her with a few people in Nigeria.
Yeah, in Nigeria. And then she had an award. She was nominated for Afrima and other awards. But for me, I was going to help on the Afrima, which had started, and I have conversation. So, ikafika one day to the event. I must say 2 days. 2 days, yeah. Let me say 2 days. I can to me a message. Oh, I think I'll need a deposit. Within 2 days to the event, and actually the day I did the interview, actually that's the day she texted. Oh, I need a deposit. You know, I just feel like you should pay me. Then we talk about then in your letter. Then I told her, oh, no, of course I have a plan of how I'm doing my things. You cannot just talk here from nowhere and tell me this is what you want, or your management feel like you need to be paid. Girl, we talk to woman to woman. Why change the deal right now? You understand me? She even brought Jamal on, but Jamal was not to be on my lineup. Jamal's like sort of crowd, I think it's a Mombasa crowd. So the way, if you see, I do heavy lineup. This is not the first time. I've brought Jobo, it was successful. This was the second
What
event.
role exactly was Jamal supposed to play?
Jamal was going to be an MC.
Oh, okay.
So akaniambia, fix Jamal. Yani ile tu tulikuwa sawa kabisa. Wajisali mko wanawake mnaongea before you call each other snakes. Huwa vitu ziko sawa kabisa. So it was very okay, and we were like, fine. Oh, you want Jamal to be? Yeah. In fact, Jamal is the one I'd like him to call me on stage. And Jamal is my boy too. So it was, let's flow. So she texted me. I don't know, she was asking if I can pay her. I was like, what? And I was like, you know what? I'll wait for her to call me because I feel like maybe ni misko sawa. So of course it was really harakati Jobo anaingia Kenya nini. I mean, sorry, Reekado. I was busy. You even realize your interview that day I was so busy. I was like, I had to do a lot of things to make sure this event is successful. So nikasema acha uno kidogo jioni akaanza tena kunitext sasa matusi. Nikashanga just because I said I didn't even say anything. So what I did, I told her, okay, listen, Tanasha, what I can do is you come for the sound check on Friday. I'm going to give you money, a deposit, because I'm supposed to give her 150.
So now you changed your mind?
So I changed my mind. I was like, you know what, si pesa too. Give me a day or two, let me gather money, because this was not in my budget. I just have budget for Reekado landing and, you know, putting everything. My budget is tight because I have to make sure things run. And you realize I'm doing this all by myself. I didn't have you on my budget for this one because I knew after everything, after my sales and everything, I'll book a ticket for both of us.
To go to Nigeria?
To Nigeria, on God. So, vile cancel, nikaambia kuje sound check. Kuna hiyo Friday, sindo sound check, ako Mombasa. Sasa usiku akaanza tena kunitusi. Yani kwake anasema si matusi, kwake anasema si matusi, but to me it sounded so rude if you start telling me, oh, why you don't want to pay me, I deserve this payment. Yani alianza kuifanya kwa kama ni kitu yani kuna jambo, but me I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do this. So I asked her, mbona umeposta ukuji event? Ijafika hapo, so would have just talked, sit amicably and find something together to post, kwa sababu si mimi nimecancel show ni wewe. Unaona? Would have found something at least to post. Hakuna.
So that's just how it
If you notice, she brought the post down. I think I realized. If you saw, after that day, she brought it down. Because I was asking, what are we fighting? You are the one who didn't come for sound check. Why are you writing cancelled? Who cancelled you? Because it's not me. I already accepted, I'll pay you. Calligraph came, he was paid. Everybody. If you notice the whole Kenyan lineup, unajua Kenya usipolipa, of course, everybody will go online.
But now for the other local artists, did you sign physical contract or was it verbal?
Ni Tanasha too, by the way, na Jamal siku sign contract.
Because
I'm being
there
very
was
honest.
this whole woman
I'm
to
being
woman.
very honest because you know the truth will never hide itself. Hata leo watu wanaweza sema it's just like same way we were in Nairobi Daddy. People used to throw me, oh, she lives an SQ, hana maisha, she's like this. But today, who's talking now? Like there's a way they say, there's something they say, I leveled up. I'm one person who, if you bitch about me, if you trash talk me, if it's something I can change, I change it. I'm who I am today because I accept change. Change is the one thing that is not constant. You have to change. For you to be a businesswoman, a big business mogul, you have to change.
And then Reekado Banks did not hit the stage. Many people were there looking forward to seeing Reekado Banks.
Did not go on stage one because of his management. I'll be very honest. Ilifika saa moja ama ni 6:30 nilikosa pali ya kuchange dollars, cash to dollars
on the day of the event.
On the day of the event. So nikasema nikawapigia simu nikamwambia wakuje, they just come and perform and then they come with a Nigerian who knows shillings. Kwa sababu of course they can't trust a Kenyan. So I told them they come with a Nigerian who knows shillings. The Nigerian who knows shillings atanihesabia because when I counted it was 540,000. You understand?
That was the balance left.
That was the balance because I had already paid 1.5, so it was 500,000. Like, you realize I wouldn't bring an artist all the way. I wouldn't pay a ticket of a $10,000. This is what people don't understand. I wouldn't pay for yellow fever, pay visa, ni mwende mpaka airport and hizo trips zote nishindwe kumlipa siku event. It doesn't make logical sense. I couldn't pay a whole big Kenyan lineup. Nobody has complained so far. Because I paid them and they're still on my next lineup for the next event I'm doing. Na nisiwalipe. I have good rapport with my artists. If you see my NaiFest 1 and NaiFest 2, ukirealize kuna artists wamerudia. 0, nani. Why? I pay them. The Joboy have the same problem, no? I paid Joboy in cash. Because events zinakuwa weekend. So kuchange pesa in dollars zinakuwa ngumu. Because most of the time we pay these artists with money on the gate. That is what I want people, because now they really want to be in my business. Do you think it's a safe move? Because sometimes in Kenya, we say ticket sales at the gate are not really to be trusted. Do you really believe? I saw even that online, but people also saw I had numbers. Okay. Wale wakukuwa njugu walikuwa watu, and they were paying. Most people, you know, also in Kenya, even they pay at the gate. Because now people like so much in my business, now I have to tell them what I was doing, which is so not even important, but I have to, because my name is on the line. So, wakifika jioni akasema hataki shillings anataka dollars, nikamwambia unajua time inaenda, tutatafuta ikifika tunazimwa music. Do you know this guy was leaving the hotel at 8:30? By the time they were on the road, I'll show you also a video. I want you to post all these things. I just want me to be vindicated. Thank God Brian Wime Tickets alichukua video nikiongea na makarao wakinipush in the stage kuzima music. I was crying literally because hata sikuwa najua naenda stage. Do you know, it's the first time for me to go on stage. My event miss pandagi stage. Show inaisha watu wanaenda home, my people say a lot of things. I don't, even the way I was dressed, sikuwa dressed for going on the stage. I also have that video. All right. So the only reason as to why Reekado Banks did not perform is because he did not want to be paid in Kenya shillings. He did not want to be paid in Kenya shillings. And by the time he was deciding to come and take the Kenya shillings, it was too late. It was too late. All right. But now one of the MCs of the event, Fred Omondi, did a post some hours later talking about how it wasn't really about the money. He didn't mention that part. What he talked about was curfew and that you guys had to close up real quick and that we should stop complaining because, I mean, calligraph and the rest. Yeah, and that was a little bit on the low blow side. Like, was that agreed as a team for him to put out such a post? Because clearly he wasn't saying the truth. Yeah, no. Everybody was putting their own post. And Nikama, yesterday I posted and said, I'm sorry for Shanti's family, we'll stand with them. Kuna mtu anataka uandike kitu venye anataka. We will agree we are humans and we are all born out of sin. And kila mtu ana maonekano yake, like everybody has their way they want things to be seen or how to be had. You realize also part of Kenya where he comes from. That is how we are. You don't take defeat. The people don't take defeat. As in, ni kitu tu iko, like we'll all agree to that. So yeye aliandika venye yeye aliandika. But the post was brought down later. Yeye ndiye alikuwa ana handle artist, unajua yeye ndiye alikuwa MC. Because hata yeye aliboeka, you know, we were all mad. Aliboeka. You realize he posted immediately after the event. He was mad. Ask me why. Because we cannot be begging somebody to come and take shillings. You bring our event down and aunge vizuri angeza. Hata ingekuwa wewe aungeweza. He was pissed off. And to note that watu wali have fun. NaiFest check the videos, I'll send you. People had fun.
Right.
Apart from hizo, of course, hizo small hitches. And kwa event kama ile watu wanatoka different homes, haiwezi kwa 100%.
Bridget, I'm going to ask you one question. For you to have a successful event, what do you think is the most important, or what really determines...
security.
Not even in that aspect. What really to you determines whether an event was successful or not? Is it numbers? Because you really brag about your numbers, which are great numbers, we love them. Or is it the experience? What is the most, what do you put more effort in? And do you feel like we had a good experience for NaiFest too? Or the success was mostly on the side of the numbers that you got?
No. Experience was there. Apart from the, of course, kila mtu alibiwa. Let's not forget that part. It's a few people that, and I repeat, all events, whether iko an event imefanywa miaka ngapi, me I've been silent for a phone in event, but I never went to rant about it. Why? Because it happens.
It happens.
But I'm telling you today, and I repeat, because it was Bridget, and it was an easy target, everybody went online. People go to Koroga, I'm sorry, people go to Koroga, watu wanaibiwa. Waizi wanajapale wadagoreti, wanaibiwa. Do you see anyone going online to talk? Watu wanaenda Gor Mahia, watu wanaenda rallies, wengine wanaibiwa. Do they talk? Why is it that they feel the need to talk because it was Bridget Achieng's event? I'm throwing that to you.
You really feel like you have a lot of haters out here. Why? Do you think?
But that's what I saw.
Why do you think they hate you so much?
I don't have a lot of haters. That is you saying. I've not said that. I have a few people, even you have your own people who don't like you for whatever reason. And for me, I would not say I have a lot of haters because people have shown me support even when it was the time to bury my mom. My fans have always shown me support.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right.
What I know I'm going to do on my next event, I'm just going to make sure that I'll be strict.
All right. Is it still happening in December?
Yes, still.
Have you locked down an artist?
Yes.
From Nigeria?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
From UK.
Oh, is that the person we saw leak on the internet? It has leaked-ish. Maybe,
it doesn't
maybe
matter.
not.
She's paid, so it's okay.
It's okay?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a he or a she? Then
She's a she.
Ah, then no. Whoever leaked was a he. Okay,
No,
maybe it's
a
not
she.
that one.
It's a
All
she.
right.
Yeah.
So what are you planning to do different on this one?
Number one, security. And some people now are going to hate me because I'm going to be very strict. Some people will be going back home. If I see even your ID is not matching your face, you're not coming in.
Oh, so you had those instances before?
You don't understand. I'm just saying I'm going to lock all loopholes
to make
that
sure
might. And then I'm going to, let's just say security. This time I'm working with KK Security. I'm going to put CCTV cameras because I do not want people saying things they cannot prove. Just because they feel like they can say them.
Right.
So I've already even ordered for cameras. And yeah, so everything is underway, and I would rather have a crowd of 2,000 or 1,500, and I don't have such problems.
All right. And it wasn't all that dark and gloomy. Let's talk about some of the good things that happened at NaiFest too. What are some of your highlight moments?
No, the fact that I look up to Calligraph so much, and he was so happy. We were almost in tears, like, you did this all alone. Normally people have sponsors. Even one of the ladies who does events was trolling me. Anyway, she didn't mention me, but she said, we are greedy for money. I don't think that was right, but she's helped to do her events. I'm not helped by anybody. This is my sweat. I'm self-made. I do everything by myself. I'm bitter, to be honest, about everything I'm seeing online. And the insight and everything, but I know how Kenya is. Like, kitu blow, you blow. It blows all over your face. So it's not easy. It was not easy, but with the way first of all, my artists were happy. Because it was about them that people were there. They're the number one people that you need to make happy. They were happy.
Okay. All right.
Apart from Gwash, Jelly pigwa na bouncer, alikuwa enda kupanda na watu wengi stage. Yeah, hata sijaongea naye by there. I've been just on, because Gwash is my boy. Okay. And he came drunk, and the bouncers were like, no, you can't. And that's what I had him say, that alipigwa. But my bouncers were just like, you know, he can't go on stage the way he's looking, so alimtoa. So he felt bad. I
know you're self-made and you can hack to do this thing by yourself, but eventually, would you like to collaborate with some sponsors?
Nobody. I don't want.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think I would want to collaborate with people. It's so hectic to collaborate. So hectic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. If you can do it alone, you do it alone. If you feel like you can't do it alone, you collaborate.
And you
just
always
upon
make
you.
your money back.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
No losses. Girl, you're sitting with the bosses, no losses made.
I wouldn't say no losses made, apart from now how people are feeling bad about Shanti.
Yeah.
Of course, that's
of course.
a loss. It's
Yeah.
not about money all the time.
Yeah.
It's about making sure, like they say, we were saying, experience and numbers.
Yeah.
You realize there's an event this weekend that you people didn't even shed light on. Nobody has talked about it.
Oh yeah,
Why?
Olakira was performing.
Yeah, what happened there?
We don't know.
Yeah, you should know.
All right, we'll
Hakuna
find
kitu
out.
mzuri watu wataongea. NaiFest was a success.
Mm-hmm.
People were happy, apart from the few things here and there that we're going to tighten next time. And I'm very sorry for Shanti's family. We are going to do everything possible to make sure that we get to the root of it and make sure that the family get the justice that it needs.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you so
being on the
much.
front line, I'm going to do that.
Thank you so much for talking to us. We hope that you get through this storm. We cannot wait to see what more you have in store for us in the near future when it comes to events.
Thank you.
All right. There you go, ladies and gents. You've had the whole story, what really happened at NaiFest 2. At least now you have the proof that comes from Madame Boss herself. And that's all we have for you. My name is Violet Engin, and this, of course, is Jalango TV Extra. Bye for now.